What's good? What's good? What's good? It's the one and only Ladies Love Avenue, and I am back with my friend
Frosty Banks.
Frosty Banks in the building, and this is another Table Talk. This is Table Talk 305. This is season 3, episode 5, and today's Table Talk is about toxic folks, but not just toxic people. You know, we done broke it out all the different toxic levels down. Today we're talking about toxic parenting. Yeah. Toxic parenting. Them folks that know damn well they shouldn't even be together, and they got the nerve to try to bring somebody on somebody together on this earth. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. But before we do all that, you know what I'm saying, I want y'all to grab your lunch, grab your drinks, grab your coffee, whatever it is that you need, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself prepared for this episode today. Get yourself situated, you know what I'm saying, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Touchdown about 5, babe. Be at the door at 5:43. It's been a while since I seen your face, but best believe I will not hesitate. Roll up the trees, girl, let's medicate and reminisce about our first date. Nobody else can make me feel this way. Nobody else can make a nigga say.
And we are back. Like I said, go ahead and grab your blunts and everything, because we about to get into it. Right now, we're going to talk about our little quick news updates, you know what I'm saying, before we get into the main table discussion. But the first main thing I want to talk to y'all about, to just update you about what's going on in the world. Apparently, COVID done dropped a new hit. COVID done dropped a new motherfucking hit. Goddamn, he first dropped, when it first dropped out, everybody was like, this ain't going to be a one-hit wonder, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to last that long, and then he hit us with another single, you know what I'm saying? He like, you bitch. And it was like, oh shit, that bitch went platinum.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. She has been dropping, for me, it was a she, because I had relations with her at one point. She has dropped at least about 5 albums right now. There was an alpha, a beta, a gamma, and I think there's another one. And I remember the deadliest one right now is what is it, Omicron?
It's called not Omarion, it's called Omicron.
No, Omicron. That's what I'm gonna call it, because that thing gonna be spinning. Everybody like, what in the world? What am I gonna do? I'm telling you, Omicron. That's what I'm calling it, Omicron.
But yeah, they done dropped another hit. You know what I'm saying? And they saying this is gonna be that first one was that thump. Yeah, but they saying this one right here. They saying right here gonna be that motherfucking kick kung pow. That bitch came all the way from South Africa this time.
He said he coming for the people of the South.
South Africa, sir. That's more like hot. That's Britain.
No, the way. And then the thing about it is, right now it's in Minnesota.
So they say. But y'all know how I am about this whole COVID shit, man. Look, we wouldn't have no more strains if they went in there whipping shit up. You know what I'm saying? If they get out there and start whipping that motherfucking work, we wouldn't have nothing to worry about. But they in there just whipping up the work. So what you expect gonna happen? You feel me? What you expect gonna happen?
I feel you on that one.
Some shit they ain't got no business cooking up, and then boom, here you go, a new motherfucking, a new hit. So. Yeah. Hope y'all ready to take y'all boosters.
Well, I want to say this. When you go outside, please have your mask, the right mask on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say about that, please.
And I'm gonna tell y'all me, this cold-hearted radio. Fuck that motherfucking mask. Fuck that mask. Fuck the fucking vaccine. Fuck all this shit, bro. The more we sit there and bait and believe in all the little stupid ass shit, is the more you're gonna sit here and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. All right. The best thing I can tell you is exercise, eat right, get your motherfucking life together. Then you won't have to worry about none of this motherfucking shit. All right? Exercise, eat right, get your motherfucking life together, and you wouldn't have to worry about none of this motherfucking shit. Okay? All right. Anyway.
He said it. He said it.
So we're gonna move along from that one right there. I just want that's my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. Because the more that y'all keep sitting here and placating to it and everything like that, especially you folks that probably be religious, you know what I'm saying? I could get all super duper, you know what I'm saying, religious on y'all and crack that belt to y'all and let y'all know how to not to believe in what man is trying to tell you. Do you need to believe in God? God got to find a say so. Last time I checked, God got the final say so. But y'all motherfucker let these motherfuckers scare y'all and shit like that. You gotta watch the TV, the television, in order to be told those lies. Think. You gotta literally, like, if you was never told anything, bro, you've been living up on a fucking rock this past 2 fucking years, you wouldn't know what the fuck going on.
True.
Ain't like motherfuckers just falling out dying and shit. I'm grown. You have to be told this shit, you know what I'm saying? So
what was that? Man, what is that? That's what I'm grown. I got you, man. Boy, that's stupid.
Every time we go through the motherfucking drive-through, when I work my little gig, every time I go through the drive-through, this nigga. Now keep in mind, this is a cigarette smoker now. You ain't scared of cancer, which is a real fucking thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's a real thing. You ain't scared of cancer. You'll smoke them cigarettes all motherfucking day, but you trying to tell me you scared of something that this motherfucker ain't even got sick the whole fucking time. The nigga only like $150, you know what I'm saying? Small frame and everything like that, so he ain't gonna get sick anyway. You know what I'm saying? He got a fast metabolism, you know. So motherfucker, every time I go through the drive-through, this nigga slap the face mask on. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I said, first of all, they got to cook your food and serve you your food. If this shit is that serious, nigga, we first of all, we wouldn't be using the same mask all goddamn day. You got folks that are walking to their mask on and collect all that shit, and then they go back into their car and sit down and be like, ooh, I'm safe. You just put all that shit. Even if it ain't nothing, you just literally put a bunch of fucking germs, because that mask literally is collecting germs. At least your nose has a filter. If people forget what the cilia is, you know what I'm saying? Your ears got filters, your eyelashes is a fucking filter, and your nose got a fucking filter in it. How niggas forget that shit? But they want to trust the science. That's science too, nigga. That's biology, nigga. But anyway, moving along, you know what I'm saying? I digress.
See, you using everybody love using my term. Man, I'm gonna put that on the shirt. I digress, because hey, what do we know? Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
Yeah. We do have some sad news to report. I'll let you say this one right here, man.
Okay. This one is actually kind of like dear to me. Miss Jacqueline Avant was gunned down at Rob Point at their house. She was 81 years old. People most known her as to be the wife of the Black Godfather, Clarence Avant. She was a philanthropist. She did a lot of things to help promote his business, but so much she was a spoken community for many women across the board. And for me, I feel like it's a setup, because how powerful that family was. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me about that. And to me, we lost a really good one. And
First of all,
I was.
this sounds like a targeted hit, bro. Because this is a 80-something-year-old lady, bro, and you spraying her with endless amounts of bullets. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, but it wasn't none stolen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
And
then they said the guy shot himself in the foot. I was like, no, they wanted that man to shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah,
because
probably was nervous. He probably was told, and then he went in there and didn't know how to hold a gun, just shooting everywhere. Because I believe he probably was trying to hit Clarence too. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't know if he was there or not. The only person who was there was just her.
True. So it might just be a hit. Maybe she was trying to get a divorce. Never mind. I don't even want to get in there like that. You know what I'm saying? But there is for people that's interested in Jamaica or anything like that, as far as the conspiracy side of it. Yeah, I hit my DM and I send y'all what my Jamaica guy posted about it, because it does link up with the numbers and everything. So it is a murder by number type of situation. So if you are interested in that, hit my DM. You know what I'm saying? kholheartdradio on Instagram, or you can hit up Only One Avenue, AVANU, and holla it. I seen the information. Mm-hmm. But anything else you want to say about Miss Avant?
Man, may she rest in peace, and may everything come revealed to the light.
Yeah, condolences to the family, and as well as Mr. Avant, because man, regardless of whatever is going on, I know that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Now, moving along, this is not necessarily a lighter subject, but it is a different subject. There was a Verzuz Battle. If you've been sleeping up on the rock, there was a Verzuz Battle between Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Hey, before we even get started, you ugly motherfuckers ain't finna be mocking me while I'm on motherfucking stage. Like, straight the fuck up.
Nigga, suck my dick.
And gangsta boo.
Suck my dick. What the fuck?
You're a hater, Busy Ball. You're a hater. You must just take your pills. You weirdo ass nigga. Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass
nigga. It was entertaining. It was not on the music side. It was entertaining with 3 6 Mafia. On the entertaining side, it was entertaining between Busy Bone, Gangsta Boo, and Juicy J.
Now let me ask you this question, because we seen it and we know the outcome. My question is for you is, who did you think was going to win before the bout?
Like I told you, how my mindset is, I don't be looking at these little things as like who gonna win, who gonna lose. I'm looking at like as a fan of just music in general and a fan as the culture. And I like
get it. Hold on. Before you
let me finish what I'm saying. I like it as the culture. So I never ever looked at that. But when it came down to 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony, I was saying to myself, Bone Thugs don't stand a fucking chance, bro. They don't stand a chance. Entertainment wise, competition wise, whatever the case may be, they don't have hit for hit. So automatically I was like, I'm only watching this for 3 6 Mafia purposes. But I know how ego is. So I knew some shit was gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew some shit gonna go down. You motherfucker got all this great music and shit like that. And then especially when y'all came out around the same time. So they beef came from thinking that because they have similar style of rapping or whatever. So they beef came from that.
I don't think they have a similar style of rapping.
No, I don't think they have a similar style of rapping. I'm talking about when 666 first started, when DJ Paul and Juicy J first started. This is from them. This is not from Avenue. So this is not my opinion. This is actual factual shit. People can look up. The beef, bless you. The beef started, and when it wasn't, they didn't even consider it a real beef. They were saying that the dislike started, or the friction started between them, is because they were Bone Thugs and Harmony was underground before Eazy-E caught them. Mm-hmm. So Bone Thugs and Harmony was doing a style of music underground. The whole Ohio was already on that style, that type of tongue twisting type of music anyway. You know what I'm saying? So when 3 6 Mafia heard got a word of them, they looked at it like, oh damn, these niggas trying to bite our style. They didn't look at it as if, oh no, that's they, so they got their own thing, we got our own thing. Because when Triple Six first started, they did have that type of tongue twisting, devil worshiping type music and shit like that. So that's where their whatever you want to call it, friction came from. But it never was a real beef because they never got no fights. It never was no diss songs. It was never like, it was just, we don't like each other type shit.
I got you. No, I got you. I'm a huge, for me, I already knew who was going to win. I feel like it was very lopsided because when 3-6 came into the game, they did their own thing. They were just talking about some of the stuff that you may hear in the Midwest, which I do agree on. People like Big Brother Lynch, how Take 9 first started out, just to give out a few examples where they talked about the horror and graphics.
Yeah, those doing talking about witchcraft and shit like that, a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Murder.
But they never did have the tongue twist and stuff in the early stuff. But it was just real cool how I was really glad to see both collective groups come together because we haven't seen them in a long time. Like Busy, one first, Flesh is out of prison finally, and then just to see Busy part of the whole crew. And then for me, as well as seeing Country Black is there. Only person that was missing from the clique was Lil White. And I think we had talked about that because I was like, wait a minute.
What the fuck Lil White at? But knowing that nigga, he probably in jail, bro. Like I hope you not. So if you ain't in jail, Lil White, hey, look, hey, I don't want to smoke me. I'm just saying.
And that's a funny thing because I can tell that
I wish everybody else was there, goddamn. Even Lil Chat, goddamn, funny looking ass.
Hey, let me tell you something. I told my brother, we know that Outkast is not coming, but if they have to bring out Project Pat,
they got 8 Ball and MJG come out.
That's what I'm saying. If they had just those 3 people alone, it is over. So and like it was cool to see Lil Wayne come out. You know what I'm saying? But it was something about when Project Pat is doing something with his brothers, and then you got 8 Ball MJG.
You talk about Memphis and what just happened in Memphis. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dolph was just assassinated. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's why I was saying, like, it just didn't. I didn't look at it like, oh, you 3-6 gonna beat them. I didn't look at it like that. I just look at it like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what the time was, nigga. Bone Thugs ain't got no music that's gonna match up. You talking about 20 songs, nigga? Versus is 20 songs versus 20 songs.
But they don't have, see, the thing about it is I felt like it was lopsided because literally their catalog is very short.
Listen to what I'm saying. Versus, you saying the same thing I'm saying. Versus is 20 songs versus 20 songs. Bone Thugs and Harmony ain't got no motherfucking 20 songs to go against 3-6 Mafia, nigga. Bone Thugs and Harmony would have been better off going against Kirk Franklin or fucking Drew Hill or some R&B group, nigga, because that's no offense to any Bone fans, but most of their music is like slow or at least go against another, like they would have been better off going against like a group, like even though they would have been lopsided, like Crucial Conflict, because they had the same type of music. They had beef because they thought, a lot of folks used to get them confused. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the bun, smoking out, hey. That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Conflict versus Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
It would have been a fight. However, that would have made most sense because the 3-6 Mafia versus them, that shit was just, I was like, man, this shit is
uncomfortable. It was so disrespectful. I just can't believe that man threw a bottle at a female. Bro,
all your songs is that, bro. Just think about it. Imagine being, I don't know, like, bro, you gotta think about it. If all your songs is like slow ballads, that's why it would be kind of weird. Like, all right, when somebody had said Drew Hill versus Boyz II Men, And I think me and you had a conversation or whatever as far as about that. And I was like, I had said that's disrespectful to Jodeci. You know what I'm saying? Because Jodeci came before Dru Hill. But I also think it's still lopsided because you're talking about ballad music versus fucking pop and R&B, where you got different types of shit, and that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm an artist and all I got is I want to love and groove you. Like think about Usher versus John Legend. How disgusting would that be?
It can't work. That's
That was weird
R&B.
because it's like they both got great hits, and it wouldn't even be fair because you'll be too busy dancing, and you in your mind you thinking Usher wins because he got hits that make you move. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fair.
John Legend to me only two
types of that don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So Bone Thugs versus 3 6 Mafia just didn't make sense, bro.
Yeah,
it didn't make sense, bro. It would have been like it wasn't fair to Bone. To be honest, and then now I'm taking up for Bone. That shit was not fair to Bone. If I was Bone, I'd be like, yo, I know we want to, you know what I'm saying, get out there and shit like that. But at the end of the day, this ain't it. Timberland, y'all need to send me something else because this ain't it.
Yeah.
Man, this ain't it. So yeah, hands down, 3 6 Mafia won, bro.
Man.
Nigga had the song Bone was playing, was performing. I ain't even know, nigga. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I thought it was supposed to be this weekend, but my brother told me when I got back from a film set, and he was like, yo, you ain't watching? He said, them niggas fight. I was like, oh man, there it is. I said, it's like Black Panther all over again. He said, what you mean? We got Black Panther, then here comes Superfly. You need to balance them. Yes, sophisticated black people, then you got the other black people.
All right, man. I'm just ready to see. I'm ready to see some Dru Hill on there. I'm ready to see some Jodeci on there. Like, I'm ready to see some people that need to be on Verzuz. You know,
okay.
I need Timbaland and Swiss Beats to like stop doing this weird shit and at least let the real fucking fans decide. You know what I'm saying? Like let us pick that shit. Goddamn, let us submit some shit.
Like how we did in the quarantine.
Yeah.
I got you.
But anyway, we're gonna move along. We're gonna get to this doggone table talk, man. So we're gonna take a quick little break. When we come back, it's time for the table talk by these toxic parents.
Reminisce about our first day. Nobody else can make me feel this way. Nobody else can make a nigga say, what child is this who lay so rest on Mary's life? Hang all the mistletoes. I'm gonna get this time I'll be safe. I need you all to myself. This time I'll be safe.
One badass drummer. Saturday, December the 18th for our R&B and Christmas show. 7 days before Christmas at the exclusive 2439 Memorial Drive. Follow us on our journey, stay tuned, and watch all the highlights. And we want you there. The link is in our bio, or you can simply go to Eventbrite and type in 7 days before Christmas. Thank you guys. Happy holidays.
Baby. baby. They said I wanna see you, baby.
And we are back with the main reason why you're here in the first place. Because I know y'all want to hear all that other shit. I know y'all didn't care about all that news and stuff like that, about the updates in the world and everything. What y'all here for is the table talk. Y'all here for what the fuck we got to say about this motherfucking table talk. And what I tell y'all at the beginning, I told y'all today we are talking about toxic parenting. Roll the clip for me, brother.
Don't grab me. We're not together, bro. I want this to anybody. I can't run. Bro, keep that key. Keep that key. Let's go. I don't want this kid by you.
She put. He trying to take her to get her abortion.
All right. Y'all see that? Pretty fucked up, ain't it? Pretty fucked up, ain't it? But fucked up on which side? See, that's one thing, y'all. I'm pretty sure everybody that's seen that video and every female that's seen the video, everybody else that's got the softening side of society, see that video, you're taking the female side. I understand that. Now, I'm not taking nobody's sides, but I want to break something down to y'all. Because today we're talking about toxic parenting. And that situation right there is one of the key things in toxic parenting. Now, if you was listening to the dialogue that was going on, it sounds to me that these two definitely not a couple. Nope. They definitely not boyfriend and girlfriend. They two that was just sleeping together. It's either she got somebody or he got somebody else, and he don't want her to have that baby because they're not a couple. Okay. Now, here's the issue that we all run into. A lot of folks saying, oh, you're a man, you got to earn up to whatever you did, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yes, all well and fine. But at the end of the day, shouldn't a man have a right to, as parenting? Because think about it, it's the other way around. If he wanted the baby, if he wanted to keep the baby and she didn't want to keep the baby, she been went and got an abortion. And once again, it's still a bad situation because he's saying like, I wanted the baby, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't want the baby. So if it's a situation like that, how in the hell can we always let the woman get the right for that when it takes two to tango? Last time I checked, yes, she's carrying the baby. But when it comes down to parenting, there has to be some kind of, you know what I'm saying, some kind of line of decision making where somebody can say, I agree with this, I don't agree with this, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then when I say, well, the toxic part comes into it, this is that, all right, so now let's say you say, all right, nigga, I'm gonna have the baby. You know what I'm saying? You know that you done mess with this nigga. Now, you know the nigga ain't, whatever you want to say about this nigga, you knew the situation when you laid down with this brother. And people always get, man, well, how ain't you gonna play again? Well, at the end of the day, if you knew this nigga was a dog, you can't. All these folks that be talking about they got a shitty ass baby daddy, their baby daddy ain't this, their baby daddy ain't that. You have to sit and think about it, but you laid down with them. Like if I say my baby mama ain't shit, I don't know. You ain't never heard me say down my ex-wife. I call her my ex-wife. I don't say my baby mama. Because it ain't no weird ass friction like that there. You know what I'm saying? We got other issues, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you have situations like this is, now keep in mind, I still go through some toxic parenting bullshit too. But that's on a whole divorce level type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This type of situation is toxic in general because in the beginning, before the child is even here, it's already a toxic situation. Because mom and daddy is not even a fucking couple. mom and daddy is only together because they've been fucking. They just, you know what I'm saying, decided to basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it 100.
Just they was, hey, the sex was good, so they decided to stay.
No.
No, I'm saying for like, no, when people, you have people like that too, bro. You can't, there's some things you can say. I understand what you're conveying right now, but there are some people, they decided to say because of the sex, and they was like, okay, cool. But what we saw in that video, that
this is not a decide to stay situation. This is a brother saying, don't have that baby, and she's saying, I'm gonna have that baby. Where you fit that decided to stay in that?
no, I'm saying not just them. I'm saying some people are like that. I'm not trying to say those people in that video, but there are other people like that. They just in there just for the sex.
Okay. All right. So get to what the main subject is. We're talking about toxic parenting. All right. We're not talking about toxic people, we're talking about toxic parenting. So what ends up happening when you when you force something like that, let's say she goes to have the baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the dude already don't want to be in the child's life because, well, I ain't gonna say he don't want to be in the child's life, but he don't want to be in the mama's life. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to tell her, get a fucking abortion, get an abortion, get an abortion, get an abortion. He chasing around, saying get an abortion, get an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's say she say, fuck it, no, I'm not getting an abortion, I'm having this kid, and you gonna help me raise it.
Yeah.
So she has the kid. The dude already don't want the baby.
Mm-hmm.
People are fucked up now. You gonna trust somebody around your kid that don't necessarily want them around anyway?
Hell no.
So now you got another situation where you're in fear of letting the child see their father too.
Mm-hmm.
You see how much chaos gets created through that. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even the half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now this brother could be saying, you know what I'm saying, don't do this because he probably got other fucking kids too. Now, it's her fault for sleeping with the nigga because I'm pretty sure she knew before. You know what I'm saying? Or at least if you're gonna sleep with a nigga, make the nigga, women, make these niggas put on condoms. Or at least you go get you a fucking plan B yourself before it get to the pregnancy part.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta still protect yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sit here and say, oh, it's your fault, nigga. You need to protect yourself too. If you knew this nigga, some of these motherfuckers be like, I know for the Summer Walker situation, when she's, you know, she was dating one of the fucking producers, Metro Boomin, and one of the motherfuckers. She was dating a nigga. I don't think it was Metro Boomin. It was Young Thug's old producer, whatever that nigga name. I can't think of his name. Anyway, she was dating him. They ended up having a baby and shit like that. But he already got 3 or 4 other mamas and shit. Right? She done made her whole album based upon that relationship. And she dogging the nigga times like, oh, you know, your mama this and all this little shit like that. She should have whipped you, all this little stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, young lady, you knew this nigga had 4 kids, or how many other kids, and how many other baby mamas or whatever, and you still decided to sleep with him unprotected and have a kid with him?
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is that? He's being who he is. See, people forget about that part. People skip over all these little different things and try to put these different ideas on it, but they forget. I have a right to be who I am. You have a right to be who you are. She has a right to be who she is. He has a right to be, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a right to be whoever the fuck they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can you get with somebody that you already know is basically just a professional baby daddy, and you just gonna think you're gonna make him, he gonna be different for you? Mm. Look at the baby and Danny Light situation.
That one's crazy.
Once again, toxic parenting. But she want to dog him out and shit like, oh, you got all these damn baby this one, you blah, 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 blah. But you wanted to stay with him. You was infatuated with this man. Let's just keep it 100. You was loving it. You was loving the spotlight and the idea of being with the baby. Now you got a baby with the baby. And now you got to deal with the bullshit with the baby.
Plural.
It's all fun and games and cute and shit like that until an actual whole human being gets involved. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what this toxic parent. You got toxic people having kids, and that's what creates toxic parenting. You feel what I'm saying? Person already toxic.
Man.
I know people that get mad. All right, let me tell you a situation that a mutual friend of ours was telling me that there was in. Basically the fella was kind of like getting to know this young lady or whatever. And she was basically, I don't know, I guess she was like liking him a lot to the point where she was like trying to set up the dates and shit like that. And he was like, hey, slow down a little bit. Everything all good. I just, just chill a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I respected where he was coming from, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you got some folks that they turn they crazy on like that.
Yeah.
From day one, oh yeah, do you think about the future? How many kids you want to have? Like some shit you can just wait on the conversation to just develop on, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when a motherfucker trying to force a future with you, I understood what he was getting at, you know what I'm saying? Because he's saying they established their friendship on a whole different type of basis. And he was like, he thought that was okay with the rate that was going. But she was on some like, I just, I seen you today. I want to see you tomorrow. I want to see you the next day. I want to spend the night today. I want to spend the night tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? She was on that type of shit. And I be seeing a lot of folks do that, male and female. And I try to tell folks, I'm like, hey, when you meet somebody new, you got to ease it on. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll create a toxic situation. Just like that. Because you'll end up trying to do so much and trying to make that person feel away so much to the point that you'll end up doing something that you don't naturally do. And then when you stop doing that, that person gonna be looking at you like, damn, why you don't do that no more? Because we too often do things that, and I made a post about this. I said, stop doing things thinking that you're doing it for somebody else's pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like stop doing things like as backwards. You got so many people that do certain things and say certain things or whatever, as far as like friendly gestures and shit like that, because they want you to give them something out of it. And then when they don't get that in return, now they all upset and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that is the remnants of a toxic person. And when you bathe that type of toxic person, you know what I'm saying? When you sit there and be like, all right, well, hey, I'm sorry about this. And you sit there and you keep aiding to that shit. And then y'all create something together and y'all keep fucking around and shit like that. Like if homie who told me about the story, whatever, he keep fucking with the old girl and shit like that. And then they end up having a kid. Then you looking at a toxic parenting situation because that child, that chick is going to want that child. Because she's already infatuated with the character that she has made up in her head of whoever this dude is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She already made it up in her mind that, oh, I want to be with him. Because she's doing everything in her power to and ain't nothing wrong with trying to show somebody that you fuck with them. Yeah. It's just levels to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they moving at this beat, let them move at that beat. Because one thing I know about growth is a personal thing. It's not a group thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a group thing as far as like trying to make sure you like, if you got a sober situation or you trying to make it to a certain little, destination as far as like growing in your career, yeah, that's a group situation. But personal growth, as far as like your inner self, when you ready for this, when you ready for that, when you're ready for marriage, when you're ready for love, when you're ready for a relationship, when you're ready for kids, that's something personal. You can't force that on somebody.
I actually been through some stuff like that recently last year.
Talk about it.
Man, I know we don't try to make this one-sided, but I can let y'all guys know. We were infatuated with each other, and we saw where each other could go into each other's lanes. And for me, I was taking everything pretty, everything serious and stuff. She wasn't. And there were times, yes, but you can tell there were flags were there. And one thing I can say, I was oblivious to them flags, especially the state of mind in my head. And I'm just like, same thing you were saying. And then I started to become very sophomoric to a lot of those things. And then everybody, my people was kind of like, bro, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I'm just like, no, you don't. Then I try to, baby it and say it's like the conversations that we have, I understand where she is coming from. But that's what everybody's like, bro, you in denial. It happens like that. You're gonna be in denial. And then there was a couple times where she thought she had a miscarriage. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't like abortions, but I'm not gonna tell what a woman's supposed to do with her body. I had this conversation with my sister the other day. Like she kept kind of talk. I said, because I'm taking my time for you to register and understanding what I'm saying. And so she's like, oh, so you're pro-abortion, but I was like, yes.
1 second. Please keep your thought.
Yeah.
I do want to say that too. I really don't like abortions. You know what I'm saying? I understand the need. I understand the need if it's like a rape situation. You can't support it. I understand them. That's why I agree with Frosty as far as that, what he's saying. But like we both have our own mindset as far as abortions. I'm only just speaking on a logical basis. So when I'm talking about what I'm talking about, as I'm just layering out, if you go this option, it turns into that. You go this door, it turns into that. And I do want to keep in mind, I want y'all to keep in mind that it's kind of not fair for the father. Like, let's say if it's me and him, if we want to keep the baby and the girl don't.
I see, that's what I'm about to talk about. Because if she did, I'm 10 toes in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go that next step to do what I have to do. It was like, yo, we're gonna have to have a strong sit down, just with us two, and see how we're gonna plan this, and etc. The other fact that I said, let's go to the clinic, but she offered it. Because I told her, she was like, you okay? I said, I want you to be in my life, but I don't want you to be in my life this way.
No, I respect. See,
and it's
like a motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, because I'm gonna let you finish or whatever. But what you did is you humbled yourself. You like, I want it, but I know at the end of the day, if I sit here and try to force her to do this, it's gonna be another toxic parenting situation because I want the baby.
Yeah, because for me personally, I know I share with you this off the screen. I'm a product of a toxic child from a toxic parenting, and I acknowledge that. And it's like, I tell you straight up, because I always told myself, I don't want my kids to grow up this way. You see what I'm saying? Because I want them to see it's like, hey, if I argue with my significant other, we're gonna work it out, because I want to show them like, hey, we argue, but we still love each other. We just have a disagreement because we have to teach our kids.
You're gonna have arguments in life. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, you got now any kind of friendship, relationship, any kind of shit.
Any shit, period. You're gonna have
friction. There's gonna be some headbutts. But I'm working through that.
And for her, I feel like she's getting to know what she wants. And for me, I know what I want. And one of the things that it really, I cried.
Say that one more time, bro. She's getting to learn what she wants. You already know what you want.
What I want. Yeah. And because I had to, break
it down for me.
Let me break that down to you.
I like that.
We have toxic people. At times, okay, we have people, they go through this toxic phase where they think they know what they want. They start to question what they want. And then they start to know what they want.
Hold on, let me say something too. Because I was talking to myself. Yeah, I talk to myself. You know what I'm saying? I said something like that. I said the worst kind of toxic person is a person that's not aware of their toxicity.
Affinity. Yes.
And what I mean by that, they're not aware of where they need to grow at. Like, for example, I was talking to a homegirl of mine, and I was like, I ain't got no issues with none of my exes. And this motherfucker was like, oh, all my exes did me wrong. I hate them motherfuckers. And I was like, damn. And I was like, so what did you do? You know, like if every person you don't been with done the same thing, then something about you. No, it ain't. I'm perfect. That she ain't say I'm perfect, but you know what I'm saying? Damn near said that. But if you keep going through the same thing, then so that I was saying that's another level of toxicness, is a person that don't even know that they're toxic because they keep doing the same. You're gonna keep doing the same patterns. The same way you got the men before, or the women you got before, you're gonna keep doing the same old dumbass shit because you're not being real with yourself.
For me, I can personally say it's on both sides of the coin. I literally, I want to say the past 3 relationships or ships strongly all together, where I had poured my feelings greatly into, it was both coins. Because I wasn't being truthful to myself, and I'm eluding these women about a particular lifestyle that we're going to have. And things like, for me, it's funny for me, and I invited them into that space. And then it's like what you said, oh, you start doing this. And then I tell them why. They're like, okay, no, I can't fuck with you because of this X, Y, and Z. And I was like, okay, cool. So that means that lets me know is you were just only down for this particular thing. And so now that you take flight, that stuff that was an issue, I had to deal with by myself. And then next thing you know, I said, okay, as I'm starting to connect the pieces of here, go back to where my past, deaded that. Then I was okay, cool. Then I was like, I'm feeling myself. The bank comes up. I'm treating myself better. Things are in motion. I'm having a clear mind where I'm trying to take myself. And it's like, oh shit, okay. But then here comes the fun part. For me, as I'm going up, I try to start to have a relationship. And I was like, come on, baby. You're gonna go with me. I'm gonna take care of you. That's how my role is, how I feel like my role is into the relationship, because it's gonna be give and trade. But I'm just like, yo, I want to.
But that right there, unfortunately, that right there could be your toxic trait. You know what I'm saying? That you always end up in a crutch in a relationship. I got a homie that end up, he do that shit. I'm talking about every girl bro. If this nigga never told me the name of the girls he's been with, I would literally think he's been with the same girl. Because every girl this nigga done been with has been the same fucking story, bro. Every fucking time. This motherfucker did this goddamn man. How the fuck
did that? The other one did that.
how the fuck you keep going through the same shit, and you sure she's not the same girl, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
be like R. Kelly, that's the same girl.
In situations like that, it be small little details where it's like it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, this is what people fuck up on. They automatically assume that toxic shit means bad. But a toxic trait could be something good but you do too much of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person that's saying, oh baby, it's all right, I'll take care of it. If you do that every time, she ain't gonna have no legs. So she's literally gonna be depending on you. And the moment that you can't do that, you feel what I'm saying?
The pitch take flight.
That's a toxic situation waiting to happen. That's why when somebody when somebody come to me and they be like, oh, I'm going through this and I'm going through that, I'll listen. I'll be like, oh, okay.
What did you?
And I know I'm talking about as far as like, you don't want somebody confide in you and they tell you all their problems.
That's how I say at the end. It's like, so what did you do?
Well, I help out. I ain't talking about relationship wise. I'm talking about like life wise. When somebody complain about it, they can't find this, they can't find a job, they need a house to stay. I always X myself out of the favor situation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I be the advice person. You know what I'm saying? I let that shit be known. I'm finna give you advice. Because the moment that you be overly nice, that can create a toxic situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I see people like do certain patterns and shit like that, I be like, damn, that's why your ass, you know, I be wanting to say it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't say it out.
There is
Things that people do that keeps them in that whole toxic mind state, and then they get in a relationship and they end up having toxic relationships, and they end up having kids, and they end up making a toxic fucking parenting situation.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's a trickle effect.
Because to continue what's going for that, and I was just now I'm in a better mind state that I get to talk about it without getting upset, because I cried. Because for me, I always want to be a father and have, you know what I'm saying? And I have that one day, and I don't want to have the stress like everybody else starting to have stress. Because now I'm hearing people like, man, you ain't got no kids yet? Now you're going to be in your 50s, you know, your kids going to high school.
I don't want to get off subject because we ain't talking about the motherfucking Frosted Banks life story, nigga.
No, I'm just, no, don't do that.
Situation.
Oh, don't cut.
You said you're a product of a toxic parenting situation, one.
Yeah.
And then two, you had a situation where you wanted to bring a life into this world, and the girl you was with did not want to bring her life to this world, and you took the player choice of saying, you know what, I understand you don't agree with me as far as having this kid, and I'm gonna support you on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to just that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's boom bop, bing. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you for sharing that with us. Oh, hey man, you know, goddamn, you'll be done told us the whole life story, and then be
not no more.
And then you done be like,
maybe in the past.
There was this one spot where I used to work at when I was
there you go again.
It reminded me of the baby we could have had. So I was like, I had to quit that job, and I started working across the street at this other. But anyway,
this is what I gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? This is what I gotta go through.
I don't even know what side we on, you know what I'm saying? I keep pointing up. So if y'all see directions going on,
he be causing a lot of stuff.
There's not no plane, you know what I'm saying, nowhere. It's just whatever side this nigga is on, that's what I'm pointing at. So y'all just know. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't, you know, I'm not.
It's sad.
I ready to track it. But anyway, toxic parenting. But yeah, so a lot of those things create a toxic parenting situation, especially if you're trying to bring a kid into this world. You know what I'm saying? One major thing that I do want to talk about before we close out, that I think is just disgusting. Stop cursing your motherfucking kids out, man. Like, stop cursing your kids out. I've seen so many people like curse their kids out. You stupid motherfucker, what the fuck you over here doing? You God damn it, motherfucker. Well, stop. That is a child. You can put them in their place without cursing them out. And you know what I mean when I say cursing them out. And a lot of you motherfuckers be doing that shit in public. I done heard motherfuckers, and especially you motherfuckers that get, this little boy did not want to. Now keep in mind, last time I heard, you're not supposed to talk to strangers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking to the truck. I'm at my gig, my little maintenance gig, walking to the truck. Me and my coworker walking by, a little kid. We see him. Hey, little man. He looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like scared, you know, don't talk to me type shit. So it's like, all right. And we keep walking. His mom said, say hey. Say hey to the right now. And he's looking like, so like, say hey to him right now. Don't you stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit and say hey to them right now. He look up, hey, and then runs and get in the car.
That's abuse. That's I'm not to cut you off or anything. That's a form of abuse.
That's what I'm saying. But it's fucked up because it's like, okay, yes, you're trying to teach him. It's like you're teaching him one thing while doing something totally opposite. You trying to get in your mindset. Hey, when somebody speaks to you, you know, speak to them back, be cordial or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're strangers. This little boy don't know who the fuck we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker that's trying to rape him in the ass and shit like that could be just as friendly and nice as us. Hey, you want some candy? You feel what I'm saying? So with him being uncomfortable, she should have responded to that. Oh, he not feeling well, y'all, right now. You okay, baby? Yes, I just didn't want to say hey. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Like, talk to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't no telling what the fuck he was going through. Ain't no telling what's on his mind. Ain't no telling what the fuck this young man is going through. Shit, we was dark-skinned men. Maybe we looked like his dad, and his dad probably was mean to him or some shit like that. You never know what the fuck. But there was a moment for her to actually really, really talk to her child and bond with her child. She too busy forcing this nigga to speak to strangers. Toxic fucking parenting. You gotta stop being so fucking. Let these kids be kids. If you one of those parents that don't celebrate certain holidays, nigga, you don't celebrate that fucking holiday. But that kid got to go to school and see everybody else talk about all the shit that they done fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
You can teach them what y'all background is, all while still giving them something on that day. You ain't got to put Christmas trees up and say, "Oh, holla Jesus" and shit like that. You ain't got to do all that. But you at least can let the motherfucker come back to school with something.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't do it. Hey, look, we don't really celebrate Christmas in this house. However, I'm gonna get you a gift, okay? So make sure you make a list.
It's funny you said that. It's real funny you said that because I'm gonna be doing that.
Yeah, I don't really. I am joyful because I like the idea of it, but I am not Christian, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm more Muslim than anything, but I am not Christian. However, I do enjoy the festivities and shit like that, and I'm not gonna take that away from my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get gifts and everything like that, and we're gonna have a good old time. She knows it's coming from me. I ain't never told her about no motherfucking Santa. Actually, don't even. I'm confused on what the fuck. I thought it was called Christmas for Jesus and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The fuck Santa come from?
For me, I think I was trying to date a girl. I told her straight up, I said, I don't celebrate holidays because I believe that we have a chance to celebrate each other for 365/366 days. Now, if you want to partake in those festivities, you want me to do so, if you go to your parents' house, I'm cool and okay with that, but that's
not for me. Hey, we're talking about toxic parenting. We're not talking about no relationships.
No, but I'm saying, okay, just let me bring this full circle, then I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Please, real circle. You keep hopping off the damn boat, and I'm like, hey, nigga, what?
No.
Come on, nigga, stay on the boat, nigga.
When I want to lease for my child to experience those things, so I could probably be like, it was like, oh, okay.
All right, they ain't done whipped it around. All right, I got you.
You stupid. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You gotta be when you come back and watch this shit, I'm like, damn, I was going to. You gonna see. Anyway, he's supposed to be the person that keep me on track, y'all. Anyway, so when it comes out, it's a lot of different things that I think are really highly toxic when it comes down to the way people parent. You got to keep in mind that it's still a child. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I understand the no sweets and shit like that. I get that, but let them enjoy some things and then teach them moderation. You know what I'm saying? Like with the whole video game situation, stuff like that. Because the only thing you're gonna do is create a child being toxic because they're gonna end up having to be sneaky. Because everybody else at school is literally being a kid, and you got this child fucking training for the fucking U.S. Army and shit like that. So they're gonna end up sneaking and doing that shit, and they're gonna end up being as toxic as your black ass, or white ass, green ass, purple ass, whatever the fuck you are. You feel what I'm saying? Toxic parenting creates toxic people, and the cycle keeps going. If you want to stop that toxic bullshit, you gotta nip it in the butt somewhere. If you know you're a toxic person and you done brought a damn child into this world, you gotta sit there and think, damn. Am I a toxic parent? Because if you're toxic in a relationship and you got a kid, I'm pretty sure you are a toxic parent. You got anything you want to tell you, folks?
Nah, man, I'm good.
I think I done made my motherfucking point back, man.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question, and it deals with toxic parenting. How do you feel about what Deion Sanders is doing for the students at Jackson State?
Even though he's not their parent, he's their coach, but I guess that's kind of like a parent for him. I think that was kind of cool. It's weird, but it's kind of cool. The reason why I say it's weird because Brittany Rayner is actually one of the females that do exactly what she was hired to tell them about. So it's that part to me is kind of I'm still confused. He's trying to tell y'all not to do, or what he's trying to teach y'all not to do, because you're gonna end up trying to hit that and get it pregnant, and she gonna get another check because she already got a check from an NFL player already.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. She looks like what all the athletes want. She looks like all the females that's going to try to come at them. You know what I'm saying? She's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he did right, because now you have some guys who may not have that strength to be strong. We're like, okay.
Listen, did you not hear what I said? I said, I like the fact that he chose a vixen, but it should have been an ex-vixen. Because this motherfucker, Brittany Rayner, I don't know if you're familiar with her.
Oh, I'm very familiar.
She's literally
the whole team of Ohio State.
She's literally doing it right now. So how you gonna hire somebody to tell the kids not to do something that she's literally doing right now? You gonna hire a crackhead to talk to the kids?
Hell yeah. Dave Chappelle did it. Why can't I? Come on, man. You know I gotta be devil's advocate.
I'm not gonna hire the person to sit there and tell my kids not to do whatever the fuck she's actually doing. I'm gonna point it out to them. Whereas I'm gonna gather them together and I'm gonna say, hey, that's a thought. Watch out for that. Unless it's like an older lady. If it's an older lady, yes, please come in and talk to these young cats. Because I know the older lady, she done matured and she ain't trying to get them niggas no more. But this little motherfucker is still trying to get them little niggas. So it's like, I can't trust that shit. So that's why I'm saying I fucks with the idea, but it's just I'm sitting here thinking like, where's this coming from? Dion, are you fucking her?
He just got out of hospital, so you know that's the
What does that mean, nigga? Fucking Sanders, nigga. Nigga, the coolest motherfucker on earth. You think this nigga not smashing nothing no more, nigga? What is it, nigga? You need to be drinking something. I'm drinking coffee. Coffee in a blunt. Talking to you motherfuckers.
He said coffee in a blunt. Man, be crazy.
But yeah, man. So it's a bunch of toxic situations, toxic parenting situations out there. And as far as this, even though he is a parent, and this is a parenting situation, because he's their coach and he's trying to teach them. Like I say, I like the idea of it. It's just the person that he chose is just, I'm still just weirded out by it. That's all. Other than that, hey, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I hope them guys strong, man. Cause that motherfucker fine as shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I got to say. It's all good.
Ain't no women like that in Mississippi, man. So,
welcome to Georgia, nigga.
I'm saying that's Jackson State, bro. That thing come walking through there. Then at the same time, like, her little fine floozy ass walking through goddamn Jackson State, bro. You trying to fuck the football.
You're acting old.
Football players about not doing this shit, and the basketball players gonna come over there like, shit, our coach ain't Dion, nigga. Let it play. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, you just literally put a grenade in the middle of the fucking field. Thomas, don't touch it.
It's like pulling a wolf and trying to tell the wolf to watch the sheep.
Yeah, because the grenade, don't touch it. That's ain't nobody gonna touch a grenade. But yeah.
In the blue.
What he said, whatever, whichever. What he said is what we're gonna go with. Just disregard what I said about the whole grenade thing. Yeah. So what you say? You said like a
putting a wolf to a sheep's den to watch the sheep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is a perfect. Yes, that is perfect as fuck. Actually, it's kind of like opposite. Well, no, she is the wolf. She is the wolf because she's highly trained and doing.
She's been very seasoned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. was not. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Table Talk. I hope y'all kept up with it. We try to keep up with ourselves as much as possible, but we're gonna work it out. You got anything you wanna add? You know, got any announcements? Anything's coming up? Okay. Well,
I was trying to be. I was trying to be so slow. I was like, oh man. Like, did he freeze? Did he froze? No, it's all good. It's all good. No. I have some things that's going to be coming up, popping up in the new year. I'm keeping everything on the hush hush right now. So got a lot of good things coming on the up and up. That's the only thing I can say right there.
All right. Well, I ain't got nothing coming up on an up and up, but I do have something coming on an up and up, which is 7 days before Christmas. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. The link is in my bio, is in the Jazz to You bio. You can go to eventbrite.com and you can type in 7 days before Christmas. Get your tickets. I do encourage you to get your tickets early, but we do have them available at the door if you want to wait till December 18th to get your tickets. But please be there, be in the building. It's gonna be a wonderful show. You know what I'm saying? We got Portia Ellis gonna be there. She's gonna be singing. What time is it? Man, that girl got an angelic voice. Yeah, all right. Kai gonna be there. Miss Jazz gonna be there. Miss Carr gonna be there. Legend gonna be in the building. Man, it's gonna be a beautiful show. And then we got one badass drummer gonna be beating up on the motherfucking drums and shit. Casey Keys in the motherfucking. Then we got Ryan on the goddamn guitar and shit like that. It's gonna be lit, man. Anyway, that's it that we got for today. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Our next episode, Table Talk 306. We're gonna be talking about some taboo shit, man. We ain't necessarily got no real in-depth title yet to it. However, to give y'all an idea of what we're gonna be talking about, we gonna be talking about basically what do you consider, like, since in America, like a lot of us be sitting there, we be asking for justice and asking for this and asking for that and asking for rights. And I always have to tell folks, I'm like, hey, keep in mind, we was emancipated. We weren't really free. We ain't really got no real independence. So we kind of second nature as far as Black folks. We kind of second nature when it comes down to America. When other folks think of America, they don't think of Black folks. You know, they think of white people. And to prove that they think of white people, what do we consider when we get our nationality changed into another country? You know, why is it when a Mexican move to America and get citizenship in America, they're considered a Mexican American? But I've never been to Africa. My mom wasn't born in Africa. My grandma wasn't born in Africa. Why am I considered African American? Then if my Black ass moved to Mexico and get citizenship in Mexico, you want to know what they're gonna consider me? Mexican American. They're not gonna consider me Mexican African. Y'all tune in next week.
And reminisce about our first date. Nobody else can make me feel this way. Nobody else can make a nigga say, babe, I wanna practice making babies. I'm coming through, babe. Girl, I'm so done with imaginations. I wanna see you, baby. Babe said I wanna see you, baby. Coming through, babe. I wanna practice making babies. I'm coming